In this lesson, I will show you how to define a sketch fully. Before I do that, let's say if I create a line, this line is blue now. If I select it again, this will be light blue. But if I move this to this point, you will see this is black. So this is changing. Now question is why this is changing? Why this is from blue to black? Well, when this is black, that means this sketch is partially defined. Let's say if I try to move this line, I can move this line, but if I try to move this line top and bottom, I cannot move this. Movement of this line has been already restricted. So let's say if I put a dimension here, 150, you cannot move anything, and at the bottom inside this status bar it is showing fully defined. So that means this sketch is fully defined. This is really very good practice to create a fully defined sketch. Otherwise later if you change anything inside your sketch, it will be harder for you to control, especially for a complex sketch. First delete this line. Now I will create a simple rectangle. I will start from center. Now I will put few dimensions to make it fully defined. I will go to smart dimension, 200, and now you can see you can just move top and bottom, not at this side. This is already restricted, that's why this two is black. You cannot move these two side, but you can move these 2 points. This 2 point is still showing blue. And here if I see, this is fully defined. Let's do few more example. Let's say I want to fully define this. Now here we can see we can move this point, not this line, to any side. So in that case I have to put few dimension. I will put from here to here. Before I put this dimension, I want to make this horizontal, so I will select it, make horizontal. I put just horizontal geometric relation. Now I will put dimension on this line 180. Then to this side I have to put the dimension, so I can move this point. So I will put dimension between these two lines 100. After putting this 2 dimension, let's say I don't know where to put the dimension. In that case, best way is move any point or line which is blue. Let's say this line is blue, so if I move it, I can see, oh okay, so I have to put the dimension here or here. Or if I want, I can move this point also. I can see that okay, I have to restrict the motion of this point. So now I will put dimension here, which is 100. Now you can see this point is also black, that means you cannot move this point. Now I can move this. I can put one dimension here, or if I want I can put some angle here. And then at the bottom we can see this is fully defined. Even if I miss one dimension here, let's say if I delete this dimension, it will show you underdefined. So this is always better practice to make your sketch fully defined. There is one tool to make this sketch fully defined. Let's say I already put few dimension. Now I am facing difficulties to put the dimension. I don't know where to put the dimension to make it fully defined. This is really very simple sketch, so this is very easy to understand. Here I have to put the dimension, but for a very complex sketch, sometimes this is harder to understand. So in that case, you can go to sketch. From here, go to drop down menu of this display delete relations, activate fully defined sketch. From here there are 2 options. I will select selected entity. From here I will select only blue line or point. So I will select this line and select calculate. It will put 1 dimension automatically and it will make this full sketch fully defined. So this is how we can also define your sketch, but I will say don't try to do it because sometimes you will find really very tough to find out why they put dimension like this way. Sometimes this is really very hard. Let's say this is my sketch, and if I go to fully defined sketch, all entities, then calculate, then OK. Now you can see the way this is putting the dimension. This is slightly different. Here you can see it already put one equal length relation, which really I don't want. So I'll delete it and I have to make one more relation by myself. So that's why I don't normally use this, but sometime if for your complex case you may use for one entity or two entities just to fix them, but not globally for entire case. Never use that fully defined case.